They say all good things must come to an end, and that is kind of what happened for the Colony House. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review from Season 1, Episode 7. And I think it's fair to say this is the episode where we see the most deaths. We see a lot of deaths. We probably see more deaths in this episode than we do in the other episodes combined. Not all of them were on screen, but I believe the total was 14?
Yes, it was 14. I heard something fatty say 14.
Donna said 14. We'll take her word for it. But we start at the beginning of the episode where everybody is alive. We see them getting ready in the Colony House for a party. Apparently it's Fatima's 1 year celebration. They celebrate being here for a year, so it's not a birthday celebration. It's literally 1 year till the day where she arrived at this place. Julie thinks it's a little bit weird that they celebrate being here, but I mean, I guess if they're being a family and they're trying to come together and work together and have like relationships, and if they're not trying to give up in life and trying to build something here, then I can see why they would celebrate this.
Kinda, but I feel like the birthday should just be make Christmas or something, but actually celebrate. Because if you're celebrating a year being here, there's a lot of people in this house. It feels like it would be every other day.
And another thing is, off topic, do we have any idea what the actual dates are? Or is dates just completely went out the window? Now, we know people obviously keep a record of when they got here, but do we see dates?
Yeah, as anyone says, right, well, who's like the earliest? Obviously, it'd be a big creepy, what's his name?
Victor.
So, like, if he was, like, say he was 72, and then the Matthews family was, like, 2023, is that how it works, or...?
I would be interested to see if there's, like, a book that's being kept and it has, like, all the dates of the arrivals, or is it literally just them counting how long they've been here? I would like to see if there's dates, but anyway, we'll figure that out, I guess, maybe.
The concept of time's different.
Yeah,
we've seen a Civil War soldier which dates 200 years.
That's what I mean. It is 365 days here, what it would be in real life, or could it be different? Anyway, Julie thinks it's weird that they celebrate your amount of time being here, the anniversary of you arriving at this place. What I found weird was Fatima gives Julie a dress to wear to the party tonight, and it was like the most revealing dress you could get.
Yep. Well, you know what? You say weird, but it's become the norm in this house with Fatima.
Yeah.
The weird has become normal.
It has. So the weird is becoming normal.
And it gets even more weirder because she starts kissing this fat, out of shape person who looks about 45.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later when it happens. We also see Ellis getting drunk, and his whole demeanour kind of changes during this period of time. He thinks Fatima and Julie are boring for not wanting to get drunk. And again, I mean, is Julie really drinking age?
No.
Especially in America when it's 21. I mean, like, why?
She can hold the right to bear arms.
Is it not up to her parents to decide whether she can have a little drink or not?
It is. They're in the town and she's jobbed out and went to the Colony House. So guess what? Fatima and Ellis, you are her parents.
It just seems a little bit weird, like them taking in this teenage girl and offering her booze and stuff like this and giving her clothes and all that crap to put on, but whatever. We see Victor looking for peaches, but Donna says that they ran out, but don't worry, we've kept you some fruit cocktail, but Victor doesn't want fruit cocktail, he wants his peaches. Victor. And Victor's like, the whole time I've been here, that's the one thing that never changed, peaches. And Donna's like, sorry, as if your whole family just got massacred last night.
I don't get this, right? He's been here a long time. How the hell have they not run out of peaches? Come on.
I don't know, but I mean, do you not think...
Did someone bring a peach truck?
Donna's like, I was trying to save some for you. We've been keeping them in the reserve, but Victor's really upset here. I mean, could there be some sort of parallel connection with this place and peaches, or is Victor just a fan of peaches?
I think it's just his favourite wee snack, isn't it?
No, well, you're not getting any.
Maybe not.
And then we see Kenny. And was it Kenny? Kevin. We see Kevin, and he leaves flowers outside the Colony House. So then it's pretty much revealed that he is the one that's been leaving the flowers for his monster friend outside. So we didn't know where the flowers were coming from. Now we know. We then go to the town. We see Boyd. He's doing his whole gimmick thing. He's making sure everyone gets in.
Ding, ding.
He gets to his post office / I guess this is his police office, but it's a post office.
It's a police office.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
First class service.
He gets there, Father Khatri's like, I need to talk to you. Boyd's like, well, come back in the morning, it's almost night. And Father Khatri's like, no, this won't wait till morning, we have a lot to talk about. Boyd's like, yeah, well, I need to tell you stuff too, so I guess we do have a lot to talk about. I guess we're going to have a sleepover.
It's a sleepover, officer. Officer friendly. Let's go.
Yeah, then we go back to the Matthews house and we see them talking about the power lines and stuff like this, and from the last episode where he got a signal and they think that there might be something happening there.
We don't let Ethan out of our sight.
No,
I'm nervous, despite the fact he's never in our sight.
We go back to the colony house. Donna's throwing a party, throwing a celebration. She's giving a big toast to Fatima, their sweet Fatima. Then we see Fatima kiss some overweight chick, and it was mouth to mouth, and you can see Julie's face, and she's really, really disappointed and upset. And I think this just plays straight into what we've been saying, that it's almost, we've been saying that Fatima has been kind of leading Julie on, and the fact that Julie's upset here, I think, proves that is the case.
Yep.
Because if it wasn't, then why the hell would Julie care about Fatima kissing someone else?
Exactly. This proves everything that we've been, and it just also proves that this colony house is just fucking weird. Well, yeah, that was nothing. That was all right. Just some fat bastard.
It's everyone looks at Victor.
I wonder Ellis is drinking.
Everyone looks at Victor as if he's the weird one, when in reality he's probably the most normal guy there.
Jump in my lunchbox.
So we see Julie upset, and she's not happy that Fatima was kissing someone else. I think Ellis is too drunk.
You see, if you're being honest, right? Even take out the fact that Julie may like Fatima, I think it's just weird. Full stop. No, I think so.
Yeah.
Even if she just viewed Fatima as a friend, I think there is a case of, well, what are you doing? You've just jobbed Ellis out, or this person's 25 years older than you and ugly.
Yeah, so that happens. We then see Boyd. He tells Khatri that he's going to go, he's leaving, he's packing up, he's going to go into the woods, but Father Khatri's like, no, Officer Boyd, you can't go anywhere. I've got something to show you. You might want to stick around to see this. He gives him a bag. Boyd opens the bag. He takes out the bottle of drink. He's like, oh, damn, you've been holding it on us, priest. Then he takes out the bloody shirt. He looks at it and he's like, is this yours? And he's like, I don't mean the shirt, I mean the blood.
No, I meant the chocolate bar, come on.
And then Father Khatri's like, there's one more item in there. And then he takes the next one out, and it's a bar of chocolate, and it's like, what a downgrade. We go from a bloody shirt to a bar of chocolate. What's Officer Boyd supposed to think of this?
I know, and he's like, what the hell are you getting at, Father?
And he's like, what the hell is this? And then he reveals the bombshell that, why are you showing me this? Because I've got Sarah locked up in my basement. And then Boyd pulls the gun on Father Khatri. Father Khatri seems confused, like, you're going to pull a gun on me, Boyd? And he's like, yeah, keep talking.
Keep talking, man. But no wonder he pulls a gun on him, because it's completely extreme length. That he thinks that he's just contradicting himself about, I've just put Frank in the box, but here you are with Sarah in your basement, no longer in the box.
It's a fair point, though, because, I mean, Father Khatri was the one that basically tried to convince Boyd, look, no, he has to go in the box no matter what happens. You have to be strong, you have to go through, you have to stick with your convictions, you have to put this guy in the box to show leadership, and so that everybody else knows that there will be consequences for their actions. Father Khatri, though, is adamant that they need to keep Sarah, that she could be the key to getting out of there, because she knows there's voices in her head, and those same voices that told her to do those terrible things, they know about his bag, and they're basically spying on them, so the voices are legit. That is the point that Father Khatri is trying to tell Boyd. Boyd freaks out, and he's like, so you're trying to tell me the voices that are in her head that are trying to help us get home, how they're trying to help us by killing a little boy and an old man? So Father Khatri must have revealed that she did indeed kill not only Nathan, but essentially left the door open, that killed Kenny's father, that killed the nurse that worked there, and killed probably Toby as well. So Sarah's got a lot of blood on her hands. But speaking of blood on their hands, we go back to the colony house and we see Kevin letting in his monster friend, which is not a good idea. I don't understand what Kevin was thinking here. Did he think that this one was a friendly monster and it was going to come in and be his girlfriend and they were going to be happily ever after? They would spend each night with each other in a fucking bathroom hiding? Is that what he honestly thought? Gets in. The monster, though, doesn't kill him straight away. The monster almost acts as if, the way she was acting outside, as if she is this sweet little woman, and then when they're like making out, you can see she starts like scratching slowly into his back, and then those scratches just turn into like slices, and we just see the slices on Kevin's back. He tries to pull away, but she's like biting his tongue, and then when he falls back, she completely bites the tongue out of his mouth, leaving Kevin
tongueless,
bleeding in the corner. Then she finishes him off and opens the window to allow more of our people in.
And what's Kevin's end game here? Like, well, he's going to have a relationship with a monster in a bathroom that's like smaller than a closet, because he can't bring her into the house, because then people will be like, well, that's obviously one of those demons, and why would it? I mean, also, it's just a bit stupid that this guy's been here for this amount of time, and he's like, it's alright, we can just let one in.
Well, we don't really know how long Kevin's been here, to be fair.
No, he only did appear last episode, but you know what? Never trust a guy with specs and that tash, so...
Yeah, that's basically... Then we've got some old guy who we don't really know. He's talking about what this place is. He's talking about dimensions. Ellis is drunk. He doesn't appreciate what he's saying. He basically tells the guy to shut up. And, you know, Ellis, I think, is in the wrong here, because he is like attacking this guy, but then the guy takes it too far, and he talks about, you know, somebody needs to keep an eye on that kid before he starts shooting this place up. And Donna does not appreciate this.
Was there race involved in that, or was that just a wee dig at Ellis?
No, it was a dig at his mother.
Oh, you're right.
Jesus Christ.
But we didn't know it by this point.
We didn't, but I mean, I guess the way Donna reacts and decks him, like, I think you can tell that it was a personal insult.
I thought it was racism. There you go.
No, I don't think it was racism. So Ellis then goes to his room. He storms off. Donna says to this guy, "Look, I don't want to fucking see you for the rest of the night." And Donna packs a punch. Like,
aye, she's not.
Victor packs a packed lunch, and Donna packs a punch.
She packs a packed lunch.
We then see Fatima. She approaches Trini. Trini's upset. Trini says, like, I'm not going to get this party when I'm here a year because nobody likes me. She says to Fatima, "I know you don't like me." Fatima's like, "That's not true." And I guess, I don't think Fatima does really like her. Maybe it's because she steals all the clothes. But Fatima then goes, "Here, you can have this." She gives her favourite yellow cardigan. And then she tells Trini, who's obviously delighted at this stage, that it looks better on you. And Trini's like, "Oh, really?" And then she says, "I'm going to get something for you." So Trini wanders off looking for an item.
It's a pillow
for Fatima, which turns out to be a big mistake. We then see Julie approaching Fatima after Trini leaves, and she says, "Why did you kiss that girl down there? I thought you and Ellis were a thing." Fatima goes, "Yeah, Ellis is my person." Well, even that just sounds weird.
Yeah, it just sounds like a weird liberal.
Is this some sort of liberal? We can't use like gender like terms, like, "Oh, he's my boyfriend." What was this? He's my person.
Ellis is my person, but the fat ugly bastard is not a person, brother.
That's just a bit of fun. Then Julie says, "Could we have fun? Could you kiss me?" And then she says she's joking, even though she's obviously not. Fatima's like, "No, it's okay," but Julie's panicking and she runs off.
No wonder the groomer was about to get groomed there.
But speaking of grooming, Julie then runs into knocks Victor's door.
Victor gets a big part of this house.
Victor, yeah, he does.
He gets like a third of the upstairs.
He gets to live on his own, unlike everyone else. Julie asks, "Can I come into your room?" And Victor's like, "I'd rather you didn't." And she's like, "Please, it's the only place where I can be alone." So she comes in, starts pestering Victor about drawings and stuff like this, and Victor's just not having it. All Victor wants is peaches. He doesn't want all Victor wants. All that Victor wants is peaches. He doesn't really care about I mean, I feel like this guy, it's like kids seem to be attracted to him. It's not the other way about. Yeah,
kids.
Yeah, you'd make out as if he's the one attracted to them and chasing them. Albeit he does try and chase down Ethan because of the information that he could know. But again, when you see her heading to his room, if someone like walked in, it would just look a bit weird, wouldn't it? And it's not his fault. I mean, he's done nothing wrong.
Feeble-minded. God help Victor.
We then see Trini then. She is looking for her pillow. She finds her pillow. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to give you to a better place now." But she spots someone in the room. She goes to see if they're okay. "Why are you not downstairs enjoying the party?" And when she walks in, turns round, it's a monster. She tries to go back, but there's a monster behind the door. The creepiest looking monster, in my opinion. It's like the guy with the big smiley face.
Yeah, he's got a big massive jawline. It's just a big bulky face.
And then there's like 4 or 5 of them in the room, and they surround Trini, and then Trini basically dies and gets ripped apart. So yeah, Trini was going to give her pillow to Fatima, and now she's dead.
Dead. No pillow.
No pillow.
Pillow's got blood on it. Don't want
Monsters have stolen the pillow, so yeah, that's not good for them. Then we go back to the station. Father Khatri's like, look, if you're going to go out there, you can take me, you can take Sarah, and together we can try and find something. These places are legit. They mean something, Boyd. We got to go together. Back in the Matthews house, we see they're digging. I mean, what are they trying to dig here? How deep are they going to dig?
Well, see, they just want to find where these cables go, but again, you can't dig forever. It's not like you have an elevator shaft, or... I mean, I guess you could just constantly go down on a staircase, dig yourself your own staircase, but this could actually make the house collapse. It's dangerous, but I guess it's a risk worth taking.
We then see Boyd, and he is being told by Kenny, dinner's ready. He's like, nah, don't want dinner. Then Kenny's mum comes up, starts shouting at him.
Jade, get down here!
In Chinese. Then he has to, it's like, okay. So I guess that's the whole kind of angry, crazy Asian woman thing. Stereotype.
It is, but the book is opened, and there is a picture stuck in between 2 pages.
Yeah, so he's drawn on Kenny's book. Kenny's pissed that he's been drawing on his book, but he finds 2 pages stuck together, and a photo falls out of Victor. So they see a young Victor from a long...
Does this mean anything though? Like, is this like groundbreaking, or is this just someone's took a picture and it's in the book?
I guess we'll find it.
Because you always got cameras like that were, can just print it straight after, so...
We then see the old guy that got punched by Donna. He's sitting there complaining, I didn't really do anything wrong. Why is Donna taking his side? All of a sudden, blood starts to drip on him from above. And he looks up, and we see the monsters, and basically the monsters are in the house, and everybody starts to freak out, and rightfully so. We've got people running outside. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to run outside, but I guess once they get inside, I mean, you're probably safer making a run for it.
Yeah, it's weird how the tables turn, because obviously these things don't run, they just walk, and therefore, if you're outside and you're running, it's pretty hard to actually get caught by these things. I think the only real way to actually get properly caught here is if you
run into a dead end or run out of stamina.
Yeah, but even if you run out of stamina, I mean, you can still walk. So it just depends how...
Yeah, but if there's a lot of them, you could get cornered, I guess.
That's it though, we haven't seen an insane amount of them.
We did see a decent amount, though, walking through the forest when she opened the window.
Yeah.
Now, it's impossible to tell. I'd say at least a dozen, maybe more.
Aye.
When she opened the window.
No, but I mean, say these guys run out here and there's 200 of them. Alright, it's a different game even if they are walking. But, again, like you said, there's probably about... I'd probably say there's been... At most in this, probably about 20. Maybe there's more coming from the forest. Maybe the fact the window opened, all the ones in the forest, like, we gotta get to the window.
But we haven't seen an obscene amount of numbers yet. We haven't seen, like, hundreds. So... I mean, maybe that gives you a chance.
Which, of course, I think if they're going to do that, that will be saved for later seasons. You can't just whip out 10,000 of these things.
No, it's like The Walking Dead. Start off with a small amount of zombies and then get to season 6, show thousands and claim it's the best thing ever seen on TV.
This is it.
Donna then shouts at everyone to grab your partner. So I guess they've got partners. I guess everyone's partnered up. Grab your partner.
Get to the fan.
Get on the bus or get on the fan. And it's like this little mini fan and you've got
holds about 10 people.
But I think the entire house was trying to get into the minifan. We then see Fatima run about outside looking for Ellis, looking for Julie. Victor's like to Julie, look, we got to go. And he basically throws her down the window. He gets like this wooden rope. Or not wooden rope, it's like a rope. It's like a rope bridge with wood through it. I think, was it not wood? I think there was wood for like steps.
It's not a wooden rope.
Well, whatever. It was a rope.
It's a rope with steps.
He's like, you go down, I'll follow you. Julie gets to the ground. Victor goes to the ground. Julie wants to run into town, but Victor's like, nah, it's not safe. And he spots the boy in white in the woods, and he's like, we need to head for the woods. So again, we've got Victor dragging Julie into the woods, and someone sees this, and it's just, I mean, it doesn't look good for Victor, but he's trying to help, so it's all good in the hood. We then see the people getting on to the bus. They drive off. Ellis is still in the house after managing to sneak past a couple of the monsters. One corners him in the room, but he grabs the TV, smashes it through a window, jumps out, I think injures himself in the process. I don't know if he like gets cut with glass, but he definitely seems to like hurt his leg or something.
It seems like he hurts his leg, but then the injury appears to be like a dislocated shoulder.
And he also seemed to be stabbed. Maybe it was a bit of glass pierced him. I'm not too sure, but he's not in good shape. Then Fatima manages to grab him, and they're surrounded at this stage. It doesn't look good. He's not very mobile. You think maybe they're going to die, but she happened to have a talisman on her, so they go inside the door, and it's like a little perch, I guess, where, what do you call that?
Porch?
No, when she go inside.
The reception?
Yeah, it's like a reception, I guess, a small reception. It's like really not that big, maybe about 2 meters between the front door and the door that actually leads into the house, and she manages to get in there and put the talisman up, and it works, so they can't get in, and I guess they just have to see it out at the end of the night where they're stuck in this little...
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, this little room. We then see the bus get back to the town, and Father Khatri and Boyd are like, what the hell is that? And they go outside to see, and it's Donna. Donna's in a bus, and she's got a bus load of colony people, and they need help, so they try and get them into the office, the
post office.
The post office, like, right, look, we need to get in here, we're on out of time. So they're getting them in. Boyd wants to know where's Ellis, but Donna's like, I don't know where he is, I don't know if he's okay, I don't know if he's dead, I don't know. She doesn't know anything about Ellis. Father Khatri then is getting the last person in, but some other person calls out to him. He turns around to give them help, but it turns out it was like one of the monsters mimicking a person in distress, and they slash Father Khatri's throat, essentially. Not killing him instantly, but it's a fatal wound. Boyd then shoots the monster a few times and manages to drag Father Khatri into the post office where they lock it, and he tries to save him, but he's losing so much blood. Father Khatri wants Boyd to say a prayer with him, so Boyd gives a prayer, he confesses and all that shit, does a prayer.
Our Father that art in heaven, our daily bread.
Daily bread. He does a prayer, and Father Khatri...
Can't he finish his own prayer, though?
Yeah, Father Khatri can't finish it before dying with, I guess, blood loss. And that is how we end the episode, with Boyd holding on to Father Khatri in his arms, watching him as he dies. So yeah, time for the rating time then.
Easily the biggest death so far.
I was not expecting Father Khatri to die at this stage. I thought he was going to be a mainstay character, or at least make it to season 2. I feel like Father Khatri in the last couple of episodes was getting a lot more screen time, and maybe that is a sign that he was going to die. But for me, when a character's getting more screen time, it's normally a sign of they're getting more important and they're more valuable to the show. But we have seen in previous shows, The Walking Dead, for example, it was almost like a meme that whenever you got an episode that was like basically featured around you, you were going to die.
You were dead. Especially when it said previously, and then like the whole previous package was your life.
Yeah, so Father Khatri is gone. What did you make of the episode though? I thought it was a really good episode.
I'll give it a 9.
A 9. I enjoyed it. Was it as good as the premiere? I'm not sure. It was different from the premiere. I felt like there was a lot of action. I felt like there was a lot of stuff going on. Obviously in the colony house you had mayhem going on. But I also enjoyed the conversation between Boyd and Father Khatri throughout the night in the office. My least favourite thing is probably the Matthews family.
Yeah,
I'm just not really interested in this. We're digging this. I just don't really...
Well, I'm a bit interested in it, but I don't think it actually needed to be in this episode.
Yeah,
like, if they're digging, that's fair enough. But let's just see the end result rather than, we're digging.
We're digging. Anyway, we'll find out what they dig next episode. You're giving it a 9. I am going to give it I'll give it an 8.
8.5.
8.5 out of 10, guys. And who did we lose officially? We lost Kevin. We lost Trini. We lost Father Khatri. And I believe we lost a bunch of other
11 other people.
Unknown names. I think 14 died at the colony house, so maybe 15 in total. Since Father Khatri's not at the colony house.
15 then, sounds about right.
15 people, guys. Rest in peace to them all. Biggest deaths so far in terms of numbers in an episode. And we'll find out who dies next time in episode 8, which is called Broken Windows, Open Doors. That's it though. For Fog Entertainment, catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and peace.